Hi, Dave.
How's it going, man?
I'm Lawrence.
Yeah, bro, you tatted up the tail.
Yeah.
I'm too sober. I'm too sober, baby. Pour me another drink. I need another sip of you.
What's going on, beautiful people? Lawrence Park here. I know I usually do singing videos, right? But this video is going to be a little different. This video is going to be about me interviewing Justin Chon and David So from their new film, GOOK. And you may know Justin Chon from things like Twilight and 21 and Over. And if you're on YouTube and you don't know who David So is, go kill yourself. David So is pretty much an actor, comedian, singer. And, man, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad when a comedian sings better than you. So pretty much I got contacted by a company in Atlanta, Georgia, just to watch the film and hear my thoughts on it. And I guess they really liked what I had to say about it, and they're like, hey, do you want to meet David and Justin at the red carpet premiere? And I was like, you know what, why not? And then a couple days before, they said, hey, do you want to interview David and Justin? And I was like, sure, why not? I watched the film a while back, so I forgot a lot of the intricate details of the movie, and I wanted to rewatch it so I could ask really good specific questions, but I didn't get around to it. So I apologize for the very generic questions. Yeah, it's safe to say I'm not going to take anyone's interviewing job anytime soon. So I hope you enjoyed the clips, but most of all, I just hope you watch the film because it's really just a dope film. And I connected on so many different levels of emotion. Like I was in tears. And I feel like if it touched me in that type of way and it stirred up my emotions and it motivated me, I feel like it would do the same for you. So enjoy the clips.
Hi, Dave.
How's it going, man?
I'm Lawrence.
Yeah, bro, you tatted up the tail.
Yeah. I'm representing Liquid Soul Productions, and first of all, just watching the movie, tears. Can I just give you a hug? Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, bro.
Yo. So I've been following you for a long time, your music career and your comedic career. So I wanted to ask, what was harder for you, recording that song with Z Woods or the acting? What did you feel like was harder?
I think the song was the hardest part of all because we had to get that done in a day. So he literally had this track like just cataloged in the back that I just asked him like, do you have something with the 90s, early 90s vibe? And he goes, I got you. He wrote it in a day. I tracked it the next day, and then we did a quick mix and we brought it to the film.
That is so. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy because I mean, like I don't know. I remember I was watching a YouTube video of you saying that you stopped making music because there was like this certain persona that you thought that R&B singers had to portray, and like they had to have like this sexy vibe. But hey, I'm looking at you. I know you can rock that sexy vibe. Like, well, how come you're not singing more? How come you're not singing more?
You know what it is? Like, I just, there was a certain point where I had to learn how to like master kind of like one craft at a time. So I was trying to be a stand-up comedian, musician, actor, and I don't know if that really kind of melds very well. You know what I mean? I think like you just have time to follow one craft, get it down, and then move on to the next. And there's a lot of people that I look up to, like Childish Gambino, you know, Jamie Foxx, and I seen what they did, and what they did was they mastered one craft, they took their opportunities, when another door opened, they went after that. And I was just trying to do everything at the same time, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So I had to make a choice. I was like, figure out what you want to do, you know, stop bullshitting around, and just get it done. And so I stuck with the stand-up comedy route. It got me to my YouTube, and after that, once I kind of get done with this, then maybe I'll go back into singing.
That's so dope. And I saw the video with yourself and Justin, and it seemed like a brotherly confrontation. So how was that? Like after that, the whole thing, I don't want to call it an argument. It was like a heated conversation.
Yeah.
Like, how was that working with Justin, just with this whole movie, and after that experience as well?
I mean, it's great. That's just how we talk to each other all the time. So it's just normal life. And the funny thing with that video is the reason why I wanted to put out those videos, or at that time before we got busy with this film, was to show people that, you know, especially on social media, not everything is all happy and smiles. When you want quote-unquote vlogs and you want real-life perception, this is what happens in real-life conversations. And people like to delete that stuff out of life. And so when you show kids this stuff, they think that life is always great for us. They think that's how life is supposed to be. So I was like, no, sometimes you have real conversations with your friends. And I just used to just hit the camera and let it roll. And that was over a period of like 2 months that we had those 2 arguments, or quote-unquote arguments. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, let's just show these kids something new, you know?
I mean, that's what I love about you. I feel like you keep it real, even on camera. Like, I feel like the genuineness of it, and I just, like, as a Korean American myself, like pursuing music, I just want to say thank you for being an influence, and just to me. So I like to call you a Hyung. To me, just even from the outside. So I appreciate it. And so I mean, for me, like I want to continue to, because I feel like you and Timothy did like, kind of doing the Will Smith route. He's singing, like for him rapping, acting, comedy. So I feel like you have the talent on all spectrums to keep it diverse. So I really hope that you come back to the music. The song was dope, and tears were coming out when the dog barking, when you were listening to it, and you threw it out, and I was in tears.
You understand, like you kind of put your heart and soul into something, and it doesn't turn out the way that you want to. So even in that scene, it's like nobody takes me seriously. You know what I mean? Even like this one thing where I put everything that I had into this one thing, it got ruined. And then you hear your own brother laugh at you, you know, and it just kind of crushes your spirit. So as a musician, you understand how terrible that feels, you know?
Like I told David after watching it, just tears. And it was just, I'm just amazed. And I heard that your actual dad is in the film. Yeah. So could you tell us a little bit about that dynamic and how you even wanted your dad in the film?
My dad is a grumpy-ass curmudgeon. And, you know, I wrote the film. I wrote that part for him, but it took me 3 months to convince him. He didn't want to do it, but finally, when he said yes, he had all these stipulations. Like he said, no night shoots. He said he gets to pick his wardrobe, and I was like, no, I'm the director, and we got enough. But you know, once he showed up on set, he was really professional, and I was really surprised. He actually like listened to me, which is like never happened in my life. So it was like a cathartic experience.
Yeah, especially for Korean dads, I feel like they have a lot of pride. Yeah. And you said that, I think I heard you say that your dad was the Macaulay Culkin of Korea in the 60s. Is that true?
My dad was a child actor. He was discovered through a talent, countrywide talent show, acting competition. He toured Japan with theater, and you know, he did this film. Like, it was like the Korean version of Godzilla. And one of the famous scenes is like he's in the eardrum of Godzilla with like a Q-tip trying to deafen him, and you know, it's in black and white, and I grew up watching it, so it's just a trip.
And so David So is a good friend of yours. I saw a couple of videos of you guys together in the vlogs and stuff. So how did you write the part specifically for him, and did you also want him to sing in the movie?
Yeah, the part was written for him, and I definitely wanted to write to his strengths. So the singing part, of course, like since I knew he was going to play the part that, you know, I knew he was going to kill it. Yeah, and he does. I mean, he's like a smooth dude.
No, seriously, he got mad vocals.
He got a smooth ass voice. You know, it makes me want to, you know, touch him all over.
Very romantically, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So once again, just thank you as a Korean brother myself. You're an inspiration to not just, I feel like, Asians or Koreans, but just to us all. Look at the different types of people here supporting this film. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing that you created, and I just want to say thank you for that. It inspired me. It influenced me. And, yeah, I just want to say thank you once again.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Justin.
Yeah.
And if you weren't satisfied with those clips, and you probably were not, here's some other exclusive clips of Justin and David.
You know, it's like two communities that don't belong in white America. A lot of people kind of hurt. They don't have room in their heart to empathize. You know, they just see, this is what I'm feeling. To hell with you, to hell with you. So we owned a black music plus store in a black neighborhood. And all anybody could see was, you own a business in my neighborhood, you're profiting off of me. But what they didn't know is that we were poor.
We don't serve your kind here.
Black people?
Nah, like a little kid.
We were poor. Like, I had government assistance my whole life. That you just see somebody coming in your neighborhood and they're selling a product that you want, and that's the only thing they could see.
Yeah, GOOK basically is a derogatory term. It's a racial slur that was used, originated during the Korean War and carried over to the Vietnam War. But the Korean language, it means country. It also means soup. And you know, when GIs were going to Korea during the war, they would call them 미국 사람, you know, 미국. You know, it's equivalent to the N-word, a word that is originally ours, and it's been taken and made into a racial slur. We're talking about 92 LA riots. There was just a lot of racial tension, you know, between, you know, black and white, black and Korean. It was a different time, and in order to tell the story, you can't shy away from things that can be controversial. But the title wasn't intended to have shock value. It was intended to educate.